What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. We have something very exciting to talk about today. Recently, in the past couple days, I've gotten back into the NFT world, particularly with NFT gaming. I'm planning on doing a video on Ether Orcs and how I'm making money with that. This game right here is on the Avalanche blockchain. This is called the Police and Thief game, and it's a game where currently right now you can make about $265 per day, but of course it's going to vary a lot depending on how the price of the loot changes. But I'm going to give you guys a tutorial on how to get started with this game and what you can do. It's really cool, and I like the way that these NFT games are evolving into something that you can actually play and enjoy playing all together. So before I do that though, guys, make sure you head on over to my Patreon page, select a membership level right there. You're going to get access to 3 things: access to all of my videos up to 1 to 2 days early, access to my Discord community, and in today's case, you also get access to a giveaway. I'm going to be minting live right here a police or thief and giving it away to someone who is in my Discord right now. Huge shout out to Sick Gains for actually pointing this out to me. I was planning on doing a video about Ether Orcs today, but I decided this one's going to be a little bit more interesting for you guys. So that giveaway will be at the end of the video. We'll see kind of who gets what and what is going to be given away. But let's go ahead and talk about what is this thing? How does this thing work? So there are 3 different options here once you get to the website. There's minting, staking, and the vault. So minting is pretty simple. You can mint your thief or police, and to do this, you need to purchase these tokens called loot. So loot is available on Trader Joe. The price of loot is actually pretty high right now, but it might actually be going up a little bit higher if this game continues to be popular. Due to the fact that it's going to cost more loot to actually mint these things a little bit later on. But overall, you do get paid out loot for having thieves and police. So it does have a depreciatory kind of pricing, because the tokens are being printed for people that are playing this game. So keep that in mind. This isn't like a guarantee for any type of thing. But once you do purchase your loot right here, you need to purchase 10,000 loot tokens. So, I'm sorry, 20,000 loot tokens. So 20,000 loot tokens right now, if we take a look on CoinGecko, 20,000 loot tokens is about $479. That's going to give you 1 police or thief. Now, the key thing that you have to note here, guys, you can't choose a police or a thief when you mint. It is totally random. And that's where the first risk factor comes into this game with minting, actually. So you could actually spend $479 to mint one of these things and get nothing. So that's because a mechanic in this game is a police has a 10% chance of stealing your mint. So do keep that in mind. You can get a police, which is a very low chance. You can get a thief, or you can get nothing, which is, again, a low chance as well. So let's go ahead and go to the white paper and explain the mechanics of these games before I get into anything else. But that is the minting mechanic. If you do want to mint these things, my suggestion is try to get these things early before they get more expensive if you do want to play this game. So let's go ahead and go down and explain the mechanics of each of the characters. So if you get a thief, which is most common, you're going to have 3 options with your thief. You're going to have the option to stake your thief, which is something you're going to want to do right away as soon as you mint whatever you're minting, is stake your NFT. You can stake it, you can harvest, and you can unstake. And these in the game are called robbing the bank, claiming loot, or leaving the bank. So for staking, you're going to be making 10,000 loot a day. So again, if we look at the price, how much is that for one NFT? You're making about $240 a day. So that kind of makes it a little bit easier of a pill to swallow if you're spending about $400 on these things. You should be able to get ROI within a day or 2 if the price stays the same. Big if on that one. So that's the first thing that you're gonna be able to do with your thief, is accumulate 10,000 of these tokens per day. So the second thing you can do is the claim button or harvest. Now let me actually go back and show you guys kind of what this screen looks like, the heist or staking screen. So you can see that I have a bunch of thieves staked right here and 1 police. So they're currently earning some loot for me. So the other thing that you can do is you can harvest. So by harvesting, so you can select and then click on harvest down here, claim loot. By harvesting, you're going to get the loot that you have. So if you've been staking for a full day and you have 10,000 loot in the bank to be able to be taken out and given to you, when you harvest it, you're only going to get 80%. So instead of getting 10,000, you're going to get 8,000 back to you, and 2,000 of that loot is going to go to the police. All right, so police don't actually accumulate any loot from being staked, but they do get 20% of everyone who clicks on that harvest button. All right, so there is not really any risk to doing that. You know, you're gonna get a little bit less than the jackpot payout, which is gonna be next. So the next option that you have here is to leave the bank. So that's unstaking. Now you might think that that's pretty simple of a task to do. You know, you spent a whole day, you made 10,000 loot in that day, and you want to unstake your thief. Now, if you unstake your thief before you claim anything, then you have the option or the possibility to get all 10,000 of your loot. A 50% chance that you're going to get all 10,000 of that loot for the day. But you also have a 50% chance that you're going to lose all 10,000 of that loot. All right, so keep that in mind. If you do want a guaranteed 80%, make sure you hit that claim button. If you want to kind of go for the full 100%, you can leave the bank and you get a 50% chance of getting the full 100% of what's there. Now, the key takeaway for this is obviously you're probably not you might not be claiming every single day. So if you've been looting or robbing the bank for 10 days, that 10,000 loot is going to be 100,000 loot. And then that's where you're going to have to make the decision. Do I want 80,000 loot or do I want to get the 100,000 from just unstaking without claiming? So that's pretty cool mechanic right there. And again, if you, unstake and you actually get unlucky and you lose all of that loot, then that entire package of loot is going to be distributed out to the police. So again, there's your benefit for having a police instead of a thief. Here's some mechanics about where the loot's going to go. I'm not going to read into this too much, but it talks about how the supply is divided in total. The faucet does turn off eventually, so you're not going to have unlimited loot, which is a good thing. I think that they can do more stuff with this overall, and it's not going to print itself to death at the end of the day. But you guys can read into this entire white paper on your own a little bit later. So next up, we have the police. So you have a 10% chance of minting a police. These guys are rare. And in fact, if you actually go to the open market for buying these things, the police actually, I think they're worth double the value of the cost of what it takes to mint one of these things already, because they're rare. So you kind of doubled your money depending on when you're watching this. If you do mint a police and you want to sell it right away. But nonetheless, these guys have some special features to them. They have an alpha value rating, so we can take a look at mine right here. Mine has an alpha of 6. That alpha value rating can be from 5 to 8. The higher that alpha value rating, the higher the portion of loot that the police earn from bribes. Now again, to remind you guys, bribes is basically every time someone hits that claim button, 20% of all of their loot is going to be distributed to all the police. And if you have a high alpha value for your police, you're actually going to get a higher percentage of that 20%. Right there. And you also have a higher chance, depending on your alpha value, of stealing a newly minted Thief or Police. So that unlucky person that presses that mint button and gets nothing, if you have a police, you have a chance to take somebody else's Thief or Police for free. So you get some free NFTs potentially if you have a police. So again, that's kind of cool because if you're playing this game early, you want to try to get police early because you'll have more chances to steal other police and thieves and get free NFTs later on. So that is how that works. I kind of explained that alpha value already. And also, like I said before, the police also have an opportunity if somebody decides to try and take the whole pot. They have an opportunity to take the whole pot from the thief. If they get unlucky when they do that unstaking, they get 50%. Or they get all that loot back for them. So the final feature for this game is the money laundering vault. So when you earn your loot, you have a couple of options. You can actually just go directly on the market and sell that loot for Avalanche tokens if you want to, or you can stake that loot directly in the game. So when you stake that loot, I mean, you still have it. So you can sell it again at a later point in time, but you can also get APR for having that loot. So these pools are all give you different stuff: Avalanche, Joe, Magic Internet Money, and Wonderland Time. So you can go ahead and stake it and get some APR for that. Get some free money while holding your loot. Again, this is riskier because the volatility of loot is probably going to be pretty high over the next couple days, especially as these police and thieves get minted. So that is the game in a nutshell. Pretty cool, pretty simple. You can kind of read through this on your own in a couple minutes and figure out how it works. And it's not super expensive to get into right now. Now, do keep in mind, I do think that the price of this, and I'm going to keep reiterating this, is going to be very, very, very volatile over the next couple days. It might go up a lot. It might go down a lot. I think it'll definitely go up or down a lot over the next couple days. So the perfect buy-in point, right now, 10,000 of these things is $240. That could be a lot cheaper or a lot more expensive if you wait. So it's up to you. But the last thing to keep in mind, if you do decide you're going to wait and you still want to buy into these things, is the loot. It's going to cost more over the next couple days to get these police and these robbers. So now let's go ahead and do the next part. I want to make sure that I'm recording because I don't want to mess this up. So we're going to actually do a mint of 2 of these things. I'm going to keep the first one and I'm going to give away the second one. And again, the reason why I'm doing 2 is just because one of them might get stolen. So we're going to go ahead and mint 2 of these things. I already purchased some loot here. I thought I purchased 20,000. I guess, yeah, I have 20,000. I just have to reload the page here. So when I reload the page here, it should allow me to purchase 2 of these things. Maybe I don't have exactly 2,000. So let me just mint 1 right now, and I'll give away that one. And if it doesn't work, I'll do another one live here. So let's see what you guys are gonna get. I'm gonna give this away on my Discord for the people that have entered that giveaway. And if you haven't entered that giveaway, you might have a few minutes if you're watching this video right now. But it'll definitely be a Patreon subscriber if you want access to things like NFT giveaways, free stuff. Let's go ahead and confirm this and see what we're going to get. If it's a police, super lucky you. I really wish I could keep this police, but I'm going to go ahead and give it away if it is a police. If it's a thief, then, that's still good too. It's a free NFT for you if you are a part of my Patreon group. So sometimes this doesn't actually show up, so I might actually have to back out of the menu and look right here. There it is, and it's a thief. I minted a thief. Is he stolen? So let's go ahead and continue and see if he's walking the streets. He's on the streets right now. So this thief is going to be given away to a lucky winner in my Patreon Discord. So I'll go ahead and check who that is after this video is over. And you got yourself a free NFT. Check this game out for yourself. I'm going to be looking at a lot of other NFT games or doing some research on them, maybe on some other chains besides Ethereum. I am playing stuff on Ethereum. I've jumped into Nifty League. I'm also doing farming with Ether Orcs and getting some Zug tokens. Both of these, both Nifty League and Ether Orcs, are games that you can make money with. So I'm earning Zug, and that Zug can be sold. Let's go ahead and look at that real quick. I know this is not going to be an Ether Orcs video, but this is a token that you can, again, stake your Ether Orc NFTs and get this stuff right here, this Zug token, which is up 20% right now. I had about 1,000 of these, and there's just a lot of ways that you can play NFT games, and I think that this is a space that's going to be evolving over time. So I'm looking for more of this stuff, simple games like this. I know there's other things like I forget what chain it is, but the Jewel game that's super popular right now. Let's see, DeFi Kingdoms. Some of these games are a little more complicated, so I'm not jumping into everything all at once. I kind of want to start with the simple stuff and kind of see where that goes. Anyway, that is everything for today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out Police and Thief game for yourself. Read through the white paper. And again, become a Patreon if you want to get access to all of this stuff early and you want to get access to things like NFT giveaways in the future. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.